was a nice day today. It was one of those days when everything kind of fell into place. Everybody got along, and then it became crazy. Around 4:50, 5 o'clock, it shifted. We did this broadcast, and we brought all these characters together, and it was deep. It really was deep. We celebrated the life and times of Anita, and we started to, I think, process this divine gift called life. And we started to all realize how short a journey it can be for all of us. And, we numb ourselves with alcohol and smoke and food and sex and, whatever your vices are. But when you see someone that you care about, one minute you're talking to them and the next minute they're gone, it is a brutal reminder that everything is not as it seems. We should never take this gift for granted, right? We should never assume we're going to wake up. So every day that we wake up, it truly is a celebration and a time for service. Many people live their lives on autopilot. This is what a friend of mine was writing here today. And you have to learn to change your habits if your habits aren't good. And you have to live with intention, and the intention of wanting to do and be something more than just surviving, just being numb every day. And so many people are on autopilot all over the world and really don't fully express how they feel and don't live in the present moment. And living in the present moment is everything, right? We need to know that our lives account or sum up to something greater than just breath and thought. We need to feel like we're connected. And when those connections are severed and broken, it can really do a number on us mentally. So you have to keep your mindset very disciplined. Because if you don't keep your mindset disciplined, you're in trouble, right? It is a very short journey when you start to think about it. We're not here forever. There is a path of least resistance that is available to you right here and right now if you could just acknowledge that you have the ability to get on this path and you have the ability to receive the flow. It was Abram Hicks who wrote that. And if you're in the replay tomorrow or the next day or whenever you get to this broadcast, just take a moment and reflect where your life is right now. And figure out where you'd like to be in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And start to point your life in that direction, right? What do you want to be remembered as? Do you want to be remembered as an egomaniac, or do you want to be remembered as a person that lived to be of service of others? That's the key, right? We all must be willing to be a service. And the service is to serve God, whatever your God is. Warrior Peace, how are you? Good to see you. Because when we serve others, we are living our true potential. Because we are all interconnected. You're better. I'm glad. And better is different for everyone, right? We We had some crazy energy on Happs today. It was very explosive in my last broadcast. Fortunately, not towards me. I don't know how you felt about Vanita, but it stirred up a lot of emotions in many people. And there was some true grief today and sadness. And I think a lot of people are starting to feel that loss, right? Here we go. Sweet pea. Oh, what did you love about her, were you, Grandma? I loved your sense of humor. And I saw a few sides of her that I'd never seen before. Because I was, at war with a few people. And she really tried to be a peacekeeper. And then I noticed, I would say the last 2, 3 weeks, she seemed like Vanita on a governor. She was not the same lady. There was something very different. Diva woman, thank you. So, but today we had an all out war instead of a celebration of life in the comments. And we had people, I guess, just grieving differently and seeing the situation differently. And I think a lot of people will be feeling different even in a week from now, and a month from now, 6 months, a year. And for me, and I've been saying this for the last couple of days, is it doesn't feel real to me. It just doesn't. There's a part of me that is not accepting of it yet. And I think that's part of my grief, my journey with it. And it's wonderful to have a reminder of the impact that a life can make. And with her service was she would get up in the morning and she would always find the strength to broadcast. Sometimes from her car, if you go back a few years, from her house, sometimes with Bernie, sometimes with me occasionally. She used to even go on Randy W. Horton's broadcast. And she was very mindful and respectful in my broadcasts. And I appreciated that. Now, when I first knew her, um, I don't think she knew what to think of me. And this was maybe 3 years ago. And I think she thought I was playing a game, right? The spiritual, whatever. I'm not buying it. I think that was her thing. Hmm. I'm just reading some of the comments here from today. I really can't repeat them because they're so friggin' negative. And there was definitely two camps. I tried being reasonable, but I didn't like it. Clint Eastwood said that. She always broadcast. She did, and it didn't matter if she had 1,600 people or 16,000 in her prime. She found a way. Nancy Smith. Hi, Nancy Smith. Thank you. I appreciate that. We're all lost, right? But together we're found. I truly believe that. I believe we all are not completely together right now. We're spent. We're empty. We have had many of our freedoms taken away from us through this experiment, this reset, pandemic, whatever you want to call it. Um, and she always found a way to be positive. And her job wasn't easy, right? Serving the public isn't easy, especially at Christmas. And when she took 2 weeks off, and she had never done that before. You could tell she was aware intuitively that something was not right. And for me, her just being so quiet and reserved, it didn't fit. So I didn't know if she was awakening or she was self-reflecting or she was worried. But there was something different. It wasn't the same lady. And I think she, in her deepest core, knew something wasn't right. She had a way to take charge and do it in a way that was funny. She was funny. One of her favorite sayings was, "I don't give two shits. I don't give no shits," or something. And she used to call James Namashit. She was funny. Um, and when she was mad at me, she was not afraid to tell me she was mad at me. And she would come at me, but not full throttle. You know what I mean? Almost in, like you said, a humorous way. And there were times when we were not on the same side, right? Her camp and my camp didn't see eye to eye, and that's part of broadcasting. It's just the way it is. But we've always respected each other. And respect can go a long way. It really can. Um, I'm embarking on 59 years old, and who's ever in the room right now, wherever you are all over the world, even in the replay, if you feel comfortable, put your age down. And then say to yourself, okay, Vanita, I believe, was like 54. Something like that. She was in her early 50s. She was 60. Oh, my Lord. I didn't know that. Okay. Well, to me, she looked like she was in her 40s. 60 is young. And I'm embarking on 60. And I've lost quite a few friends who are 63 to 65. And we all know people or have known people in the past. And what I mean by that is in the last 5 to 10 years that have transitioned and moved on. And it can be a deep reflection, very painful. 70 embarking on 71 in 2 weeks, God willing. Yes, indeed, God willing, indeed. 70 is a milestone. 50 is a milestone, If you think back 100 years ago, many women didn't make it to 40 because of the brutal winters. More like 100 to 120 years ago. And it was a very different life. They didn't have the comforts. And if you think of how spoiled we are, and even people who are considered to be impoverished live far better than those who were deemed to be regal 100 years ago. We take many comforts for granted. Warm, dry, fed. So if you're warm, dry, fed, you are, in essence, every day very blessed. And anything above warm, dry, fed, you're, I think you're doing well, right? Warm is basically you're warm at night. You're not cold, right? Fed is you're nourishing your mind, body, and spirit. If you're dry, that means that your roof doesn't leak. And you've made it. Nancy Smith says at 70, I'm sitting in God's waiting room. We're all in God's waiting room. We are never fully complete, and we are never fully safe. And we can be ravished by bad decisions, and we can also be blessed in the divine comfort and wisdom of the word, right? And many people believe in prayer, but I believe that we have many exit strategies where we have moments where we can leave. And what I mean by that is throughout our lives, we have near death experiences. And some people have legally transitioned for minutes, sometimes up to 20 minutes, which is supposedly physically impossible, and come back unscathed. And then we have people who don't believe in God or a greater power, whatever you want to call it. And some of these people have come back to speak of their journey that time and said things like, I was hovering above the doctors and I could see them working on me. And then I heard them say that I was gone. And then I saw, a couple of the surgeons crying and trying desperately to keep me going. And then miraculously, I had a heartbeat again. And they were like, that can't be so. And then the person came back and was unscathed in the sense of no real serious brain damage, right? And they had a memory or many memories of white light, golden white light, visiting loved ones at the gate. They were welcomed. They were asked if they wanted to stay. And 99% said yes. And then a voice would appear from the background and say, no, you have more to do. Go back. Tell them what happened. Speak of this to many. There's many lessons you still need to learn and complete. Your journey isn't over. And many of us don't realize that it's not supposed to be this pathway of decadence and ease. It is supposedly a heart journey, a journey of the soul. And some of us right now are in the dark night of the soul and questioning everything and really hurting. And what's weird is thousands of people have had these, what some doctors say, hallucinations. Yeah, I don't think so. When you have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people who pretty much have the same experience and can, with great detail, tell you what's going on and verbatim tell you what the surgeons were saying. Our souls are infinite, okay? This is just a meat suit. And most of us don't like what we see in the mirror. And, the mental chatter up here tells us that every second, right? But there's a knowing within all of us that we are infinite and we are light and we are divine and we are creations of God. And I would love to believe that Vanita now is in the loving embrace of the divine. And maybe she was tired. And she was to a point where she was like, I've learned enough. I like it here. I'm going to stay. There's no pain. There's no suffering. There's no sadness. There's no judgment. There's just love. Right? There's just love. I don't need to worry about where my next meal's coming. I don't need to know if I'm warm, dry, fed. Everything, every need is completely here. I won't worry for anything again. And if you go up there, and I think part of the reason I love the City of Angels so much is you saw these angels that were just on the beach watching the tide roll in and roll out with such ease, And within that ease, there is no disease, right? There's no regret. There's no judgment. And when you go there, your sins are washed away. It's a clean slate. And you have many people who believe that you choose your family because there were lessons in that. So if you came from a really tough upbringing, you were there by choice, which is wild, right? Even if it's abusive. And we keep coming back, supposedly, until we get it right. And I have no desire to come back whatsoever. Zero. So if I'm completely delusional and we are just energy in the sense of we are energy like soil's energy, everything holds energy. These words that I speak to you right now are just pockets of energy. That's all they are. They're nothing more, they're nothing less. But you'll feel that, right? You'll feel within your heart chakra more than words. The message is the vibration. The message is not necessarily the words. It is the intention of the words that matter most. And being present every day and being there for those you love and really being a good listener and not being so bent on being the person driving the bus. Like today, it was crazy in the broadcast and I didn't say a lot. I just listened. And what I tried to do with humor occasionally was redirect it in a more lighter vibrational path because it was getting really dark. And I could have easily put more flames or fuel on the dark. And I refused to. I didn't want to do that. Because we have enough dark, right? And we have enough suffering. But I did love today, and I said this in the broadcast, that Vanita to have that kind of power over all of us to make us feel and to think was beautiful. But everybody was talking at once. And it's funny, I think I knew on some level it was going to be wild because I said Happs is happiness or happiness is Happs, something like that. And I knew there was something brewing. We know that, right? We know intuitively day to day when things are unfolding. And I felt today such an insane divine presence within me and around me and the people I love. And we all have people around us that we know are truly suffering. And some of them are not going to get it this life. It's not going to happen. It's beyond your... I'm trying to say something nice here. I'm having a rough time. Let's be real. Okay, what would Vanita say? Some people are nasty curmudgeons. And I can't dress it pretty. It just is what it is. And some people come here and they lead by fear and anger. And some people lead by violence and scarcity. And then you have others that seem to have so little, and yet their souls are so rich. They get it. And that's why you see some people who are 7 years old and their eyes glow. Their hearts are open. They got it. They figured out the lessons. They're not coming back. And then you'll have other people that are in their 70s and they're in the bitter barn and they're living in the past. And they are carrying every regret they've ever had in their life with them, like luggage. And it's sad to see. It's raw. It's powerful. When you see someone who's so broken and refuses to let go of the past, even though they know the past is no longer serving them. The past is basically a roadmap of where we were, not where we're going. Yes, warrior grandma. Let go and let love. I would agree. I like this. Elliot puts lightning crashes. It does. And God is everywhere, if you believe that. And if you don't like the word God, divine presence, or just good vibes, positive energy. You know, some of the people who deem themselves to be atheist, a lot of times they're just very factual and find safety in the code, which I would call logic, but they tend to have a great moral code. Here's one of my brothers and also a fellow seeker of the light and truth and honor and peace. Please welcome Tony D. Here he is. Hey, buddy. How's your night going? That was
I'm
quite a
good.
broadcast we had earlier.
You should have a fleet of people coming right now. We're coming over here
Yeah.
for Coachy Pools, yeah.
Well,
Yes, y'all got lucky. I sat down with Jason. I took a nap. Leslie
yes,
told me to behave. Jason
yes.
said he was tired. I said, I'm going to sit down with him. Hey, Diva Woman G's, Warrior Grandma Mel, how's everybody doing? So
Good to
I'm
see
behaving.
you. Yeah,
I'm behaving. But I meant what I said. It's ridiculous up here. It's
yeah.
ridiculous up here.
But we're here to simply serve, and that's what you and I do. And we're not here to judge.
No,
No, because we are not the omnipotent one. We
no,
are not the chosen one.
no.
We may think that at times. Our egos may feel that.
We've been told that.
Yes, Debbie Mack, thank you for being here. Thank
Hey,
you for
Debbie.
everyone that was here. But I was just rapping and reflecting on a life of service
Okay.
and what's it all about. Like, I don't know if you've
Talking
ever
about
had a near
putting your
death
greater good
experience.
before, you put your greater good before yourself. In
Yes,
my opinion, that's all it is to it. Somebody's in need, help them. People are down, help them get on their feet.
yeah.
Movie like The Magnificent Seven.
But you know what happened today? All
Now,
the
why?
emotion, all the sorrow, all the realness, the rawness of her being gone kind of surfaced.
Is that what it was?
I think so. And it we'll see it again.
We're going to see it again, but I think I know a lot of us went through it the first couple of days. I'm kind of over it, but once the man spoke, that should have gave a lot of clarity.
Mhm.
And the biggest thing was, what is Bernie going to say? He comes up, says what he can. He's still
Yeah.
fighting inside. That's why I said he gave us the respect of talking to us in the first place. Leave him alone. You wouldn't treat your family like this. And I've seen a lot of these emotions even before her passing. And that's a lot of our enragement, if you will.
Yeah.
The
You
lack of
and I
respect.
both knew though something wasn't right with her.
I didn't entirely. The headaches I did hear, and I did minimize it.
Yeah.
What Bernie said told me everything I needed to know. So I
Yeah.
had a closure I was looking for, but I wasn't going to ask him for at least a week.
She was so quiet for her, man. I was like something's not right.
Well, she was
Uh,
broadcasting more. I did. I think I did notice that she started broadcasting more
but there
often.
was a softness I had not seen before in her. It was almost like I thought she was awakening or she had COVID, something. I didn't know what
Why COVID? Can we
because of
discuss
the
this, please?
headaches cuz I
Can we
had
discuss? Can we discuss the COVID? Why is everything COVID? You know, people, ladies and gentlemen, you can't be sick and it not be COVID. You do know that, right?
oh yeah, no, I get that. But for
Yes.
myself when I first got COVID,
Yes.
I had headaches for 2 weeks.
So you can relate to her symptoms. Fully understood.
Just that symptom. That was
Understood.
it. And I had no energy and she seemed to be lethargic to me.
So she seemed drained to you.
Right, which is some of the symptoms or
Tell you
it
what,
could have been a midlife crisis. I didn't know what it was, but I knew it was something.
I'll be guilty of saying I was thinking it was pandemic fatigue.
Yeah.
Remember we talked
Well,
about that
that's
last year?
sure.
People were tired of being alone or tired of being stuck where they were at and they wanted to do more. And I know she was dying to go see him.
Yeah, and she loves him.
Easy, Slam. Easy.
Everything COVID. Call Milton. 1-800. Yeah. Slam, are you ignoring me? Because I've been trying to get you to come up and you're
He's probably on the move. He's not. If he's not able to broadcast from home, he doesn't come up because of mobile. He's not happy with. I can tell you that. You and him on the
okay.
same level with that. If y'all not at home in front of the mic, you don't feel comfortable on the broadcast, and I understand that.
Okay. We're cool though, Slam. Like
He's cool with
Slam,
everybody.
I didn't slam you, did I?
You
Okay.
come at him, he comes at you. He's cool with everybody.
Yeah. Girl named Toby. Think I know her. Yeah.
Okay, Big Crazy, and I hear you on that. See, a lot of you that knew her longer than me, you all are telling me something. Debbie, that's what I
No,
was.
she didn't. No,
Debbie, I was thinking that exactly. I was thinking that.
she used to be like a tornado when I first met. Like you didn't know what she was going to say or do when I first met her.
It was still there.
It was, but there was a softness that I saw that I had never seen, and I really loved it. And she had been like, she caused me grief a few times, and I caused her some grief, and she would push, and I would push back. But there was always a level of respect. You and I do
Oh,
that.
we do
That
that.
I know there's times when you're like, Michael, I don't know what you're on, but get off of it now.
Yeah, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm, I'm giving JB that business for the rest of the week because I don't know what the hell's going on with him.
Yeah, but I think I summed it up best when I said the people who tend to be the most sensitive also tend to be the most judgmental.
Yes, you get no dispute there. She had a scar look. One thing I did notice, Big Crazy, and I will tell you this: when she started
Yeah.
broadcasting from the bedroom, that caught me because she normally used to broadcast from the car, and that's it. When she started broadcasting from the bedroom, I was like, "That's different." So I watch a lot of people's mannerisms up here.
Yeah. How are my mannerisms doing? They
You're
okay?
awkward. You are very awkward.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel that. Thank you. Yeah.
You're very awkward.
Yeah.
I
Very
love the
very stressed
background.
out.
I love the background noise the other day too. Just so you know, you need to replay
I
that.
know. Yeah. Well, see, but I think a lot of people think I don't have a life. I live in some commune, praying all day, and
I will be honest. I have
yeah,
judged you as somebody who was secured and didn't have to
yeah,
work because you wanted to,
yeah,
because you was up here about as much as I was at work, and you would be like, "When do you sleep?" And I'm thinking, "When do you work?" So,
yeah. Well, there's truth there.
yeah, she used to
There's truth
broadcast
there.
anywhere and every. Okay, on Periscope. I didn't know that. I didn't know her on Periscope honestly. I just knew her
And
this past time that I've been on Haps.
she was a star on Periscope,
I heard. You
a
see, I changed my
major
profile. I
star,
changed my profile name for her.
unbelievable. Like she would get. It was the same with Randy. She would get within seconds 50, 60, 80 people in the room, and
You wanted to see
she
her act
would
up.
sing and dance and tell people to go f themselves, and
I saw that in her from day one. I already knew that
yeah.
was given. Lenny, she would not mind us talking about her because she wants us to remember her. I'm gonna get on you
Well,
tomorrow.
yeah,
I'm gonna get
but
on you
Lenny,
tomorrow.
where she is right now, there is no judgment.
None.
There's no judgment. There's no pain. There's no suffering.
I don't think she has
Everything
to
is a clean
seclude.
slate.
She
They
doesn't
they
have to
just look at
seclude
it
any
as
emotion.
energy.
Yeah, she doesn't have to seclude any emotion. That is a freedom people
Yeah.
assume we have as we pass. She would be in a home cooker sitting around with an ex.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know on Periscope too. She's amazing. I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know on Periscope either. I just knew most of you I've known here on Haps. I don't know any of y'all from Periscope,
Yeah.
except for some people knew me from Periscope up here because I
Well,
would be.
Periscope to me was more like Parasite
Depends on who
at
you talk,
times.
depends on
It
who you
was
talk to.
gross. It
It
was
depends on
gross
who
on
you
there.
talk to. Depends on who you talk to.
Yeah, like some of the stuff was cool, but even when it was good, people would come in and it was just infested with nasty
Trolls,
trolls and
trolls,
bizarre
perverted trolls,
behaviors and
ridiculous,
nudity,
bilingual, disrespectful,
strange
ass,
random
parasitic, all
nudity,
that. Fuck,
which I
keep going,
never
bro. All
understood.
that.
People, Windexing at no appropriate time, snorting, drinking pop, and going through drive-throughs. Oh no, that's you.
That's me.
Okay.
You're right.
Yeah, sorry, I lost. I was blending.
I never
This is
run
what.
across many that are on here and never say. Makes me wonder how Periscope works. Periscope just had different demographics like Clubhouse does. It really did. And like I said, I used to watch celebrities, and that was it. And then I met a couple people up there and stuff with them, and then they brought me over here, and here I am.
Yeah, I never watched the celebrities. I watched the it. You know, I used to sometimes go in the atheist Christian things and watch the slaughter because that's what it was.
That's
They
what
were
used to happen to
terrible.
me.
Lenny,
Izzy
I
and Petty.
invited you up. I kind of want to talk to you for a minute.
I used to get slammed by Izzy and Petty up there, but I stood my ground. Chrissy, she said, "I remember you from over there." She said, "You should stand your ground again." I said, "Uh-huh." I didn't care what they said. That don't mean it's true. You said what I think is true. I don't think what you got
Yeah,
is
but
true. You
my
gonna see.
my truth is my truth, and your truth is your truth, and
That's
that's
it.
what I was trying to say today. At least today, people were emotional. They gave a shit because I've seen, and this makes
People
me
do give
really
a shit.
sad. People they've left, and no one gives a shit because their life didn't account to anything. They
Well, they're
didn't
trying to reach
connect
out to
it with
somebody. They're trying
anyone.
to reach out for attention. That's what people are up here for, attention.
Well, my
For
goal
me,
is not for attention. It's
I'm
actually,
grateful for my audience at all. Anybody that pays attention to me up here, I'm grateful to all of you.
yeah. Hey, Lenny,
What's up?
what's up? That was quite the feast we had in the comments in the last broadcast. So I just wanted to know
What?
that you were okay.
Well, I'm trying to. Which one are you talking about?
The one I was in last,
My
and
God,
I
I don't know if
started
I
it
saw it
off with
from the
something.
beginning.
Happiness is what was it?
Let me go mute
Happiness
my television
is
for this one.
Haps.
What?
What's that?
What are you talking about? What did I miss?
If you
I'm
was
not
there,
having
you miss
James
it.
single me out when he
Say
has
what?
no right to do that.
We're not
I
talking
do
about you,
believe the
Lenny.
other
I
person
was
was
just
out of
talking about the
control, but I
mood.
wasn't.
We were talking about the mood of that broadcast. It got crazy. That's it.
What
No,
mood? Which
no,
one
no
are you
one's
talking
attacking you,
about?
Lenny. Lenny, there is more
Now
to the
I feel
world
like
than
no
Lenny.
matter what I say, somebody's gonna jump all over me, and you
I'm
know
not
what?
jumping on you,
Time to
hon. I'm.
stop.
You should be
I
tired of
know.
it. I see that.
I know that Vanita loved you,
Of
and she
course she did.
fiercely.
Vanita and I were very, very close. People don't
Oh,
know this.
oh
We
no,
had
I know that
daily
because
DMs every single day,
yeah,
multiple times a day in
when
paragraphs.
when you and I were sideways at times, Vanita was definitely on your camp.
We weren't really sideways. I don't even know where you get that from.
Oh,
I
come
never
on,
had
Vanita.
a bad
I think you
feeling of
wrote a book.
you.
I think you wrote a book a couple times on the things, but that's okay.
Excuse me? Not me. Debbie,
Oh,
mind your own business. This isn't about you. Just because I have you blocked.
Listen, you don't listen. You don't
I'm
listen.
listening. Here we go again. The comment
here
in the
we go
chat.
again.
Mind your business.
Gonna go around in
Let's go and
circles.
talk about Vanita. Can we continue that, please?
You asked me why were we talking about Vanita? Can we
Well,
continue that?
because I was like, you just literally jumped off Coachy Poo stream, and then I went to see if anybody was going to go live, and somebody was
Yeah,
live, so I jumped in.
I'm
Michael's
glad you're
on
here.
midnight,
Yeah,
and haven't seen
I'm glad you're
Michael.
here.
We need another karaoke scope soon.
I agree.
Need
So,
to need to
how are
let
you
out some of
coping
the.
emotionally? This is part of the
I'm
reason I brought
See?
you up.
She said she
The
cried today. I
first
saw
couple
that
of
in the chat.
days were rough.
Yeah.
In shock like everyone else. I did speak to her the day before. I'm grateful for
Yes.
that. Um,
Is that
it
God texting you right now?
Not me. Not my
Because I
text
hear
phone.
ding.
I get
That's Tony.
notifications
Or is there stuff
all
in
the
the
time. That's my
microwave?
phone. That's my phone. This is the
Oh,
microwave.
welcome to the
Debbie, see
love
what I
line with
mean? No,
Tony D.
Debbie, they do not. And if they do, that's their problem because I've been nice to everyone on here. Remember when my broadcast used to be packed? Till a few came over and started causing some unnecessary and untrue and
Mm,
unthing problems? So
mm.
don't you did that's why you're blocked, Debbie. You came over from Periscope. You've always been a jealous, well, I won't leave out the
Whoa!
word.
Here we
Oh
go.
no, no, no. Let it come on.
Let's
I will
be
come
let's
at
be
you
nice.
anytime because I watched you. I defended you on Twitch
Mm-hmm.
when somebody was attacking her.
Right.
Okay? Even though I had her blocked here on Periscope.
I
Okay?
love how you say
Not
blocked.
Periscope.
I
Should
love it.
On
never.
I want to
Happs.
have it on loop.
And
Blocked.
may I explain it once and that's it. She's blocked because she came over from Periscope on
Yes.
Happs. And what is she doing? Trying to tell everybody that everyone on Periscope hated me. No, that
Yeah.
is totally untrue. I was a guest all the
Yeah.
time in many streams, invited up into the beam when other people were not.
I love
I
that.
spent
Up to
12-hour
me.
broadcasts
Yes.
sometimes. Okay?
Lenny,
I had fun.
deflate the balloon just for a second. 1 second
I'm
here.
not saying that's a good or bad thing, but
Just let some of the air
she,
out. Slam. Let's read the comments here. So Slam
well, I'm just
says,
trying to like explain
"Stop
it.
this
So
madness, please." But the madness
she
is
got
part of the
blocked,
goodness. It
and I was
is.
going to unblock her,
Oh my
but
gosh, she
then
still
I saw
goes.
her talking shit behind my back nonstop. Then I still let that go. She's over on Twitch, and somebody.
Okay, enough of that for a second. All right, Lenny, you got to calm down. Got to calm down.
Michael, how could you?
No, I didn't do anything. I'm gonna let her back up.
How
Just hold on,
could you?
Lenny, because she wouldn't stop. We need to be civil to each other. Please be civil to each other. This isn't about a 7-hour broadcast. This is about Vanita. Debbie Mack, you have every right to feel what you feel. Slam, you have every right to feel what you feel. Linny, you have every right to feel what you feel. They're just
Rehab, you
emotions.
make me sick.
Is Rehab being naughty? Linny, I'm letting you back up. Okay, here you go. Just breathe. Linny, breathe, hon.
I don't need this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. She does. You know why? 'Cause she's mad again because she's now blocked again. What can I
Who's
say?
mad? We talking about Debbie Mack?
Yeah, look what she's doing in the chat,
Yeah,
and
no,
she's not. She,
Thanks, Mike.
who
but
cares?
I
Who
care
cares?
because I don't
Who cares?
need this. And you know what, Michael? It is your broadcast. I
Mm,
apologize to you, but that's where I think you should tell her to knock it off.
I'm not telling anybody to do anything. You know,
Okay.
one of my
Right
favorite
now, I'm
people,
still
the way it
giving you
says
the
things. I
deal.
think Tony did a interpretation. You can't come up in here. This is my broadcast. You should know
No,
your
I didn't do
boundaries.
that. I never said
The
that.
voice is very similar. Oh, yes, woman, you have many times.
I never said that. I said
Oh,
I'm in
yes, you
charge
have.
of the people
Far
in my
worse than
that are
that.
in my broadcast,
This is, yeah.
which is
And I
true.
love how you say
Everybody is,
blocked. Blocked.
and I don't like to block anyone.
No.
But when you come over here bringing false rumors and nonsense and
Mm,
gossip from an other app that's been gone what for over a year now,
Yes,
for work,
yes.
leave it there.
it's been almost a year, honestly.
Yeah. So enough is my point. End of that. So okay, back to Vanita.
Okay.
Yeah, I
How
woke up
how does
this
Jerry
morning.
Spring? I think Captain Recap just called me Jerry Springer. Okay.
I
Well,
didn't
there you
see
go.
Steve,
him.
Steve, 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 Steve.
I woke up this morning and probably one of the, well, not this morning because I didn't go to bed until this morning. Whatever
Yeah.
time I woke up this afternoon, I probably had one of the best 6 hours of sleep I've had. Very
Yay.
Take care,
peaceful.
Diva. Take care, Mel.
And I was
Jesus
sitting
and
there
wait.
lying there thinking about
Mel, thank you for
Bernie and
everything you
how
do.
he's
J-
doing.
J- Lenny, just take a breath here for a second.
No, just let me say what I
Thank
want to
you.
say
Thank you so
about
much.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden had I actually went to my computer.
Okay. Again, she's not listening.
She was
Lenny.
talking. She was talking.
No, she doesn't stop though. She doesn't stop. It's just it goes. So, Elliot, thank you for being here. Captain Rehab, thank you for being here. Michael, thank you for being here. Diva, woman, thank you for. Everyone has the right to their
That I
opinion.
am doing, Mike. I appreciate that, Mike. Appreciate that. I appreciate
And
that.
Lenny, you can't stop what people think or say about you. It is their business, not your business. You can't stop the tide from coming in all over the world. Start worrying about your behavior. Don't worry about everybody else's behavior. Be the very best version of you. Period. That's it. There is no moral compass here. I'm not going to stop anybody. JB told me to not let James up and all this other stuff. And what was he calling us? Dumbasses and all this other stuff. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Everyone has a right to their expression. Tony D, what do you think? Lenny, I'm letting you back up. Please
Here's the
breathe.
problem.
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
let her finish. Let it be. Let it be. I'll tell you later. Hold on to that question. Remind me that.
Okay. You
Lenny,
going to breathe?
Fine. I'm just not dealing with this.
hey, Chrissy.
So
Did you listen to
next,
anything I said, though?
of course I did.
Okay. And you know I'm coming from love.
Yes.
Okay. Don't let low vibrational people
Hmm.
Rise above it. Let
Okay.
smoke come out of your nose. There you go. Jesus. It's like today I kept saying, hey, we need to talk about unicorns because it went so nuts. I had to keep using humor because it was getting ugly.
Wait a minute. What did you say about the unicorn?
I was saying to James was livid today.
What's up,
I've
Mike? What's
never
up,
seen him
Lady?
so angry as he
About
was
what?
today.
Lady Nivea, how you doing?
Just the disrespect that he was seeing
Pers-
and people asking inappropriate questions to
Referring to
Bernie.
me?
No one, it, nothing to do with
Oh,
you.
okay, good.
Who said
Well,
Nothing to
you?
do
I
with
don't.
Who
you.
I
said
didn't see it.
you? Who
I
said
didn't see
you?
it. I don't need to know about it. I hope it all got worked out. Just try to leave my name on everything. That's all I'm
Nothing
asking.
to do
I
with you
need
on
some
this
peace
one.
too.
Lenny, I swear to you, nothing to do with you this time.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
No, but there was craziness in the broadcast.
Yeah, I saw some of it,
Yeah.
and I do agree.
Can you say
I think
something?
my
Can you say something nice about
yes,
Venita before we go? Don't
yeah.
stir
I
it
woke
back
up
around
this
to
morning.
you.
That's what I
Okay.
started to say, and you didn't let me finish. And I
No,
was
you started
had a
attacking
beautiful.
Debbie Mack. That's what you did.
That's not trying to change the subject, and then you interrupted. But it doesn't matter. Let's start again.
All
Okay.
right. Full circle. Here we go.
I've had little sleep. I finally got some sleep, and then when I
Mm,
woke up this morning, the first thing when I woke up this morning, I went to check my messages because I always had a message from her. And instead of doing that, I just lay back on the pillow till I was fully awake, and I just had an unbelievable vision of her with her smiling face, almost like it was so peaceful I can't even explain it. And I'm like, it
that's
just came out of
beautiful.
nowhere.
Yeah. She
And
probably visited you in your
well,
dreams.
maybe
Yeah.
it just was really. And then, of course, you try not to like, okay, I don't want to break down again and cry, but the whole thing is very sad.
Mike,
And
put some
everybody
Zen
deals
right
with grief differently. There's no time limit on grief.
Mm-hmm.
No, there isn't.
It also is like kind of like a double whammy with her passing on the 1st, and
Hmm.
the 2nd of February was the 3rd anniversary of my dad's passing. So I had a double whammy to deal with.
Yes.
So, but hers is recent. We
Mm-hmm.
all go through that when we've lost a parent, loved one, whatever. You don't forget. Um, but anyway, it's almost still very unbelievable, but we're coping. We're going to try to do what she would want us to do. And
Chrissy,
it's
what's up,
not
Mike?
sit here and argue and fight. It's to remember her. And, I can
Nothing.
hear her voice right now in one of the things, or see her in the parking lot looking over her shoulder, or running through the drive-through to pick
Oh,
up
wow.
something, or um, I don't know how to say it.
Thank you,
Just
Warrior Grandma.
right
What did
now.
Warrior Grandma say?
She visited me. I was between awake and asleep and said this: tell my
Ah,
friends I am okay. Wow.
That's beautiful. Good morning, Nazim.
Damn.
Yes.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, Lenny, but she hit me with that one. I'm sorry.
That's a good one.
I
I
don't see where
apologize to you for
she's
that
That's
one.
a
walking
good
But
one.
around.
that one hit me. That one hit
She
me.
knows. She knows what it's like
That
up
one
here.
hit me.
So.
Well, the thing is, it's still very hard. But the most important thing to focus
Hmm.
on now is peace. And the most important thing is to focus on helping Bernie.
Absolutely.
Yes. Agreed. Agreed.
Do
Hi,
not
Chrissy.
What's up,
overwhelm the
Chrissy?
man. He has
Yeah.
his own health issues people forget about. He is
Yeah.
taking care of a 90-year-old mother with dementia, which is very difficult.
Stressful. Stressful.
Oh,
Yes.
beyond stressful. And he could tell her one day, and she may not remember he told her. That's how dementia works.
Yeah. Lenny,
So, and yeah,
I'm gonna ask you to quickly do gratitude. I have to groove here soon. So I'll let you go first. You tell us what it is. Thank you for coming
I
up. I
have
was worried about
gratitude.
you. I was worried about you. You clearly still have lots of fire in your tank. You're fine. So just
I don't know
t-
about that. I'm
Yeah.
watching.
So
I'm sorry
so
if I'm
just
She
and,
needs
and
a
distracting.
thank you
Watch
for
the
that
sit-down.
rest of the.
message.
She
And
needs an
I
afterburning
completely
sit-down.
believe that Vanita visited you in your dreams
No, this
and
was.
Warrior
I was
Grandma.
wide awake, and just instead of thinking of something,
Mm-hmm.
it just was a quick vision of.
Yeah.
I was complimenting her one day on one of the outfits that she wore. I complimented her many times. So I'm
Mm.
not a woman afraid to compliment another woman.
Right.
Um, and it was that same. I think it was like a coral color outfit, which looks stunning on her, and her dark hair. And it
Yep.
just, I had a tear or two coming out of my eyes, but I didn't go into like full blown crying like we did the first couple days. So that's better. We take one day at a time.
Yes, we do.
One day at a
What
time.
is there gratitude in that? Am I to assume that is
There's
gratitude?
gratitude in if that was some sort of message or some sort of her
Yeah.
way of communicating, like remember me when I'm smiling, then that's
Yeah.
exactly what I'm going to do. And it's nobody's judgment or place to say what I or anyone else can feel, you know?
Agreed.
Like,
Lenny, much love.
I
Don't be
appreciate
angry
it.
when
I love
don't
all
be
of you.
angry
Chrissy, it's
when
good
you
to see you.
spin around in the toilet bowl. All right. Bye bye.
Let me play.
Okay, there we go. Thank you, Lenny. I was worried about her. She's fine. Tony, you're not helping me. Stop.
I'm trying.
You're not helping me.
I
Just
saw
stop.
your
Hi,
face.
Chrissy. You do not help me when you do that. Go ahead. You're not helping me in the slightest bit when you do
All of
that
y'all in the
shit.
chat make me sick. I could not
Yeah.
keep a straight face trying to
All
keep it
right.
there, but I want to
Whatever.
tell Chrissy,
Sure.
people say your
Yeah.
comments to you, but then
You're putting
somebody says
icing
something,
on a
I'm trying to
shitty
keep up.
cake. Just stop. Chrissy, how are you? We can't hear you.
Can't hear you. Would you turn that
Hold
damn
on.
phone up one more damn time? Turn the phone up.
Turn the phone up. Turn it up.
Little bit.
A little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yes. Let it be, Elliot. Thank you.
Let it be.
Christopher
If you got
Michael.
somebody blocked and other people come on, the people that are blocked that are still friends with them can't see the chat. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's how that happens. Chrissy,
You got a
people.
sinus infection there, big guy?
I've got allergies, and the
Okay.
weather's warm, cold, so that happens with me. I notice I sniffle out a lot of my broadcasts. I do apologize. You're correct.
All right. You know when you do that, people think it's something else.
Tell them come test me.
Okay. All
I
right.
take drug tests a lot on my job. Trust me.
All right.
I'm not on drugs. I got sinuses, honestly.
All right. Let's keep that. Yeah. Look at him. I know. Chrissy, we can't hear you again. Where now? What is going on?
My
You
phone
know
isn't
what she's
working.
saying? Not since Moses came down the mountain has there been such a man as Tony D. I think that's what she was saying. I think she was trying to talk about Vanita. Am I correct?
You're
We
low,
can
but
hear
we
you,
can hear
yeah.
your volume. Let me
Kinda.
turn the microphone up on the phone.
We hear you now. Yeah. Speak your truth. Yes. I like that.
Yes, I
Oh
heard
yeah.
you. How's he?
Yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. Can you explain that, please? Like yeah, I know what the term means, but what it means to you. Yeah. Stop doing that, Tony. Yeah. But here's the thing. We have people right now that are fully feeling emotions. They're not coping well. I think someone said fatigue from the pandemic.
Pandemic
They're
fatigue,
empty.
yes.
I think Sweet Pea said we're running on empty. We're running on E. We're running
Oh,
on fumes. So I can't even imagine what you feel like some days.
yeah. Especially this week's not the week after that. Huh, Tony?
I
I was
forgot.
Were you friends with Vanita? Did you ever have discussions with her?
I have been in Vanita's broadcast like on Periscope
Mm-hmm.
over the time and like on here, but
Yeah,
mostly I've like talked to her like through the chat. Like when I
yeah,
came back after I had COVID and everything, not just like 2 weeks ago, I went up
right.
on Tony's live and she was sending me very kind messages.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
yeah. Good
saying
for
that
her.
she was worried.
Nazim. I've invited you if you'd like to come up for a
Yeah,
moment.
Nazim, congratulations on the presentation.
Yeah.
I was worried about you too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
No, but that is not directed at anybody either. That's the whole way around. We're
So
all
everyone that's in this broadcast has had COVID. Like
Yes.
I mean, in the windows right now. Myself, Tony D, you. We've all
I
had
just tested
COVID.
myself again today. Me and Jason are negative right now. I just
Good.
did one of the at-home tests, so
You
we're
were
good.
negative earlier when you were giving me
Oh
that
no,
terrible face.
I was full. I
You,
was on afterburn.
somehow I
You were
managed
throttled.
to.
You pulled back a little bit.
Oh, go ahead. Okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Nazim's backstage.
Nazim's here. It's okay. This is what Tony and I do. It's called banter. All right.
Yeah.
We are actually not fighting with
You
each other.
better have
This
some
is
clothes on. You know
Oh
good.
no,
I
Tony
saw
and
what
I.
yeah,
you said,
buddy.
Nazim.
No nudity, please. No
Don't you play with
frontal.
me.
Not that the back is open either. Oh God. Okay, let's be careful.
I said have clothes on. You see what you did?
I know what I did there.
Slam, you stupid.
I flew Delta. What the hell?
Elliot said he had Delta. Slam said I flew Delta.
Come on, Elliot.
Oh, Delta Dawn, what's that flower you got on? Could it be a painted rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say
Yes,
you
Edward.
be meeting me here
Because
today?
I put it out there, and what needed to be said hasn't been said by a lot of people who have all these questions in the
Oh,
pen. I'm trying not to go
yes.
back. I apologize. I'm sorry. It's after hours. I
Okay.
tend to not care after 1 a.m. I want to
Yes.
thank you for being here. I got to watch my language and you and Diva Woman and
That's right.
Bishop
That's
Jen and
right.
a lot of
That's
the
right.
properly religious folks up here try to keep
Edward's
me in
in the
focus.
house. Yes.
Um, but yeah,
Nazim is
what
having
I
a rough
said
time
earlier,
beaming
y'all
up.
might want to check that again because y'all out
Yeah.
y'all damn minds. Don't get, I was supposed to go off tonight. Leslie told me not to. That's the only reason why I didn't do it.
Don't do that. What's the weather like where you guys are? Because it's getting crazy here.
Warm.
All right. Good for you.
Okay, to be fair, I see why Tony was laughing. Cobbler's Knob. I don't even think there's a place in PA called that rehab.
I'm
But
just saying. Oh yeah, my son was telling me watch your language.
um,
Oh, your son loves you.
Yes, that's my man's.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's my man. My oldest comes back home tomorrow.
he is
He got a
so.
job
Uh,
he's working, so he's home on the weekend.
Nazim says, here it is gorgeous. Well, it's gorgeous
Yes.
because you're there, buddy. That's why. Oh, yeah.
The sun
Yeah.
came out because you put clothes on.
So, what are some of the symptoms you had, both of you, when you had COVID?
Chrissy, you go first.
Okay, well, somehow I managed of all the strains that have come so far to get Omicron, which has been like the quickest spread, but not detrimental.
Lighter, supposedly.
Yeah, well,
Hmm.
for me, it wasn't supposedly. It was in my head and in my throat, but it never went into my lungs. And the risk with me getting COVID was that if
Yeah.
it went into my lungs, that I would not, it wouldn't be a good outcome. And
You're
somehow I
muffled.
just
You're
happened
muffled.
to get the one that didn't go in my
You're
lungs.
Yeah,
muffled.
you
You're
are a little bit
muffled.
muffled.
What?
Your
What's that?
microphone's muffled.
Yeah,
Ah, shoot. Sorry, I put it down.
that's better.
Jeez,
Elliot,
McQuiggy.
Elliot just said here 62 and clear, Delta, Bitcoin, and Omicron. All right.
Hmm.
Yeah. Thank you
Say it
for
again,
that.
Chrissy.
Yeah. Can
You're
you hear
much
me?
better now.
I wasn't talking before. So,
Lenny, that was funny.
uh, I'm sorry.
Whoa! Did you read that comment there?
Yes, I
That's
did.
why I laughed.
Did you read that comment there? Everyone, that's quite the comment.
That's why I said I'm sorry.
Shots fired.
Oh my lord. Okay, let's do gratitude. This is
Super
going
Lenny.
Yeah.
very very weird. Yes, that was a 3-pointer. Anybody wants to do sexual innuendos all night with Tony D? You can do that on the next broadcast. You're going to do another one, buddy? You look like you're wide awake. Did you nap? Yeah.
Uh,
Okay, because he looks like it's like mid afternoon where he is. I want to hear your symptoms though, Kat. You said it
no,
was just light? Just light.
yeah, it was just in my
Like a
head. Like
flu?
I had, yeah, mostly the worst part of it was I did have muscle aches and stuff.
I still got
Mm-hmm.
that.
And I'm
Still got
still
that.
having those.
Me
But
too.
compared to, yeah, I got very lucky, very blessed.
Edward says, please read my comment.
Can
Okay,
somebody
let's see if
give
we can.
advice on people minding one's own business?
Okay,
Would each of
let's find
you
his.
give me a motivating point to minding one's own business? Quite literally, I would say that you answered your own question, and that would be my opinion. Just
Uh,
that simple.
Well,
yeah.
I have a greater understanding of what Edward goes through every day in his work.
And that's from families where you can't stop those arguments.
No, no. So Edward, I
So
have a
his battle is greater than
deeper
ours. I want
appreciation
to,
for your daily life.
yes,
So dealing with us idiots must be easy
right.
or easier. Yes, and Kat, you're not an idiot. Just Tony and D and I.
For me, I
Yeah.
had and I'm gonna make it quick. I know you want to
Yeah,
go. I had chills, muscle aches. I
Yeah.
felt the fever coming out of the blue, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Sore airway, not just
Yeah.
my throat, but my airway, my chest, everything. That was about 3 or 4 days. Mind you, this was 3 weeks ago, and the
Yes.
muscle aches are still here. Um, this is every night,
What is that? Icy
icy
hot.
hot. This is just to sleep because my shoulders and my arms hurt so bad.
Yeah. Have you
So for
had
me,
any volunteers to come over and apply that for you?
I had to turn down everybody, especially the
Mm,
males. They didn't even get a call. The males didn't get a call back. But
mm,
being that it's COVID and my son and I were susceptible, I had to
yeah.
turn everybody down. But I am going to the chiropractor tomorrow.
Okay.
What she is doing is helping, but I got to get back to work honestly, and I am not 100%. And my supervisor called me today, and I told him. He
I,
said, "Oh,
I
take care of yourself." I said, "I should be there tomorrow, but
yeah.
with what I got going on, I need to be seen."
I
This
love Nazim what he said. I had dreams of art during my COVID. Bushy.
it was your
He,
chest, anyway.
no,
Um,
he had that. Don't you remember? He had that art that looked like a nude woman. I thought it was a photograph of his wife or ex girlfriend or something. I felt like a deer in the headlight when he showed me this. He goes, "You want to see one of my pictures?"
I'm
And then I
waiting.
realized it was art. And
Michael, they're really giving you the stuff tonight, huh?
Lenny, damn it. I don't have the patch manual. The patch does work, but he said it was a painting. Don't yes, dear me, woman. Oh no, no,
yes,
no,
yes.
no. Oh no, 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 no. You broke the rules.
Shrinkage.
I knew you had a
Isn't
little freak.
shrinkage
I knew you had a little freak.
on Seinfeld? Don't judge me. It was cold,
Yeah.
right?
Wasn't
Got
that
He
out
was
of the
also
pool or
on.
something.
George said
I
it?
think it was
That's
brother.
right. That
Yes.
was a Costanza line.
Mm-hmm.
Debbie, thank you for being here. Thank you, Roger. Thank you, everyone. We're going to wrap this up. We're getting
I
late
guess
here.
so.
Tony, are you going to do another broadcast? No? Yes? Maybe? Are you done? Chrissy, are you doing
I
one?
need to be done.
Is
I need.
Lenny going to do a broadcast? Nazim, I'm
Lenny
sorry you couldn't
probably
come out.
will. If I go up, I'm going to do my music. I might not want to right now.
I think one of the wisest comments of the whole night is shrinkage only matters if you're short. I would agree. There you go.
Good
Well,
point.
well
Lenny,
played.
you were deprived.
All right, we're going to end it. Thank you, folks. Until we meet again. Thank you, Tony D. This will be the final song. I wish you well. How's that sounding on your end, sir?
Excellent, honestly. Excellent.
Good. We want this to last forever. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, Let It Be. Thank you, Elliot.
Nobody
Thank
can
you,
play the way you
Slam.
want.
Thank you, Edward.
Don't let I love you. Let's make it last. Let's make it last forever and ever. Don't let our love in. Let me hear you tell me you love me. Let me hear you say you never leave me. Ooh, girl, that would make me feel so right. Let me hear you tell me you want me. Let me hear you say you never leave me, baby, until the morning light.
Let me tell you how much I love ya. Let me tell you that I really need you, baby, baby, baby. I will make it alright. No one but you, baby, can make me feel the way you make me feel.
You're the best thing in the world. That was Key Sweat right there. Thank you to Tony D. Thank you to the love that is on Happs. And thank you for being here tonight. We appreciate you. And I hope you had a wonderful journey today. And we are in this together. We really are. Thank you, Elliot, for being here. Thank you, Warrior Grandma. Thank you, Slam TV. Thank you, Roger Simmons. Thank you. Oh, James Garland. Thank you for being here. Let it be. Of course, Debbie Mack. Warrior Grandma. Shaka or Chakra Khan. Shaka. And of the infinite wisdom of Edward was with us as well. Emmanuel, thank you for being here. Christopher Michael, thank you for your kind words. And until we meet again, let's all pray and pray for each other. And let's have moments of unconditional love. And let's be guided by something greater than ourselves this weekend. Happy Friday.